2013, a lot of changes happened. One, I think we saw the emergence of entrepreneurship. A large number of small companies started appearing, which were developing IP-based solutions, mainly for solving India's problem. I think we found the customers wanting to get return within the same year, which means the projects are getting smaller, but many more. We also saw the verticalization by the industry. So you are seeing companies getting more engaged with the business. And last, I think with the way the currency went, I think India's competitive position only strengthened. So I think these were probably the highlight of 2013. Since 2008, when we saw the meltdown, I think there's been sea change that's happened. And I think the Indian companies or companies in India have actually restructured themselves to be able to do smaller projects, manage them within a particular time frame. And also we have seen changes happening, not everywhere, but in many cases where the pricing, etc., is now becoming far more outcome based than just being FTE based. One, I think we must realize that there's a lot of transformation that's happening in companies. Most of our clients would want to be more efficient, expand globally, and for that there is transformation happening, and technology is at that center of transformation. So no wonder that in 2013 we saw that even though the economies were still just kind of coming out of the woods, we saw good gains for the Indian industry because technology is the transformation. The other, I think, is really the the shift from IT to digital world. So it's no longer about the back end. I think it's really about the front end. So you're seeing that the role of the chief marketing officer is becoming stronger. In fact, there's a lot of talk about how the CIO should be actually christened not as the chief information officer, but chief digital officer. And I think that's a big trend change. So there are two parts. I think when you look at the run part of the business, where you got to be giving more efficient service in a more standardized form, I think you see application support, infrastructure management, BPM is getting very platform driven. In other words, you take the best practices and put it through a platform. So I think that's one big change that the Indian companies have done to suit this. I think the other part is really in terms of increasing their presence in the countries there, because what you need is more domain expertise. You need context of the country that you're operating in. You need understanding of the businesses of our customers. You're seeing that there is far more, shall we say, senior staff that's getting added in the countries in which our companies operate. When you look at large companies, I think they're going to be much more consultative selling. I think we have to find answers to our customers' questions saying, what more can you do for me? Up till now, the focus used to be on customers telling us what to do. I think that's a big change that's happening. You would see people hiring more domain experts who bring the context knowledge, and they are going to be working close with our customers to be able to bring that value. So I think that trend did start in 2012-13, and I think you will see that more aggressively done. This new concept of two in the box, where you not only have people who are doing business with the customer, but the others who come and consult. I think that model will take precedence. I think on the entrepreneur side, you would probably see collaboration happening between the CIO and small companies and system integrators and small companies, because it's very clear that a lot of innovation and solution to many of the problems are going to come through smaller innovative companies that are now developing products on the cloud. Well, I think 2014 looks good. I think the momentum has already got built. The pipeline looks strong. This is really driven by people wanting to make investments in the transformation. Companies have also expanded themselves in terms of their geographies as well as vertical offerings that they are making. We would also see more and more solutions, innovative solutions coming in from small companies and getting tied up with either CIOs directly or with large companies. So I think 2014 should be better than 2013 in terms of revenue growth and penetration. So I think the domestic market has been a little slow. We have seen the government buying slowing down. There have been decisions that got postponed. So yes, from the domestic market perspective, I think there would be some anxiety there, mostly from government procurement perspective. But then if we are seeing the international market, I think many of our problems, such as transfer pricing, got resolved. Our issues on SEZ were behind us now. So some of the problems that we were having in the past have got resolved. So I think there will be some concern on the uncertainty that the political environment may cause, but I don't think overall from the industry size perspective there would be too much of impact. I think one of the challenges that we still face is how are we globalizing our mindset. We are going to be hiring more and more people in the countries that we operate. I think that's going to be one challenge that we have to overcome. We still have some uncertainty around the whole mobility and immigration areas across the world. I think while in some countries like Australia and UK, we kind of handled that, but I think US, which is large, we still have some concerns there. The ability to quickly create specialists within the country, particularly in areas like analytics, because we don't have, for example, too many data scientists that we produce at this point of time. So I think specialization and how do we bring up our current people to speed. I think these will be a few of the challenges that we would, there would be need for the industry to now focus on investing in research and innovation. So while there has been innovative changes that have happened in process and delivery, but I think in terms of solutions itself, companies would have to invest more in innovation. Well, I would say that some disappointments that have been there are the slow rate of broadband penetration. We should have had half the country under broadband till now, but we've just about started. We need to get the e-commerce going, and I think FDI is extremely important in getting that done. The technology is going to make such a large difference in the country, particularly in skill building, education, and healthcare. I think that's one part of the finished agenda. These are all work in process, but we do hope that it picks up momentum now. I think for me, it's now time to be supporting entrepreneurs. Over these years, we've picked up a fair amount of experience on what's working. So I think I'm going to devote a fair amount of my time in supporting young companies, supporting young CEOs, and getting them up on the learning curve, and that's where my focus would be.